All right, guys, Scorpion Micro, because some problems are small problems. They require small tools. Oh, you have no idea how long I've been waiting for this. Let's do it. Yeah, buddy. Guys, welcome back. This is Eric here with Iraq Veteran 8888. Today, we got a really special treat for you. And look, I have to make a little bit of a confession. Recently, the Black Friday sale, I got the email from Big Daddy Unlimited, and they had these micros in stock. I rushed to the computer. I ran to the computer to order one of these things. They only had a couple of them left in stock, and I was too late. You little turds outran me, and y'all beat me, but that's okay. I found one just the same. We got one in, but man, these things are awesome. And I've been following, the development of the K and Micro Scorpion ever since the very beginning, and this is such a cool pistol. Words cannot describe how useful this is as a tool. And we're big fans of the Scorpion here on this channel. CZ has been doing a wonderful job with a lot of their firearms, and it's almost like one of those sort of like unwritten rule of the road, right? When it comes to talking about firearms, you get people together and they get to talking about their favorite brands, and what happens when the word CZ comes up? You've got two different people. You got people who have been, around CZs, and they go, yeah, man, I love my 75, or I love my Scorpion, or whatever. And then you got people who have never shot one and want to shoot one. Very rarely have I ran into anybody that's like, oh, screw CZ, right? We don't want to check that out. So I hate to fanboy, but I do have to fanboy. I am a Scorpion man. I love these guns a lot. We've actually got a couple here. Chad has his SBR here, which is a standard pistol with an Omega 9K attached to it. I've got my SBR and on mine I'm running the HB Industries 4M, which that's who makes the one on this this micro as well. We're going to get into that in a moment. But on mine, I've got the longer rail because I've got a longer suppressor. I'm running a AAC Tyrant 9 in a full-length configuration, and I'm running that on a tri-lug. I am looking to get a shorter suppressor for my SBR. I do have the HB Industries K barrel with the tri-lug. That is a 5.5-inch barrel. So with the barrel lengths on the Scorpion, let's discuss that briefly here for a moment. The barrel lengths, you got a 7 3/4-inch barrel on the pistols. The rifles obviously utilize a 16-inch barrel. A K configuration is about a 5.3-inch barrel, like you see from HB Industries or whatever. And then the Micro, which is what we have here, has a 4-inch barrel. So you have a full length, what would be considered a full length, relatively full length pistol barrel, okay? And the receiver and everything is relatively exactly the same as a standard Scorpion. It has an HB Industries short and 4N. This one has a Magpul stop on the end because this is a short setup. I guess they don't want people accidentally putting their hand in front of the barrel. And when this faux Silencer Co. Osprey shroud is not on here, the barrel is actually shorter than the end of the rail. So they don't want someone accidentally putting their hand in front of the muzzle or anything like that. So that stop is nice, and it just gives you a nice tactile feel when you're holding the pistol. Now Silencer Co. does make these faux Osprey shrouds, and it's just meant to give it a cool look and also protect the muzzle and everything. But let's face it, that's a cool looking setup. Now that's not a suppressor, but you could put an Osprey on there if you wanted to. Now this particular fore end is kind of this squared off shape, and it's not quite as wide as some of the other ones that are out there. So there's probably a limited amount of real estate space to put a suppressor in there if you want it to kind of go up under the rail. Now HB offers a ton of different options for rails, so there's just kind of putting that out there. We've got CZ standard diopter sights on this gun. It's got a collapsible brace, okay, on a Manticore adapter, and this is factory equipment. This is not something I put together. This is a factory Micro, and of course there's standard grip. The magazine release is exactly the same, okay? The safety is ambidextrous, it's exactly the same. Both Manticore and HB Industries both make, aftermarket safeties and aftermarket mag releases and trigger bows and everything like that. So there are some accessories to support the Scorpion. We're going to be testing this gun today with a variety of different magazines and ammunition. But guys, look, this thing is so cool. So this button here, you can just push and collapse the brace, all right? So you can see in its collapse configuration, it's roughly about 16 inches long, which is really, really nice. This micro was actually designed for a special operations unit that was a drug task force, and they requested a shortened Scorpion, okay? And boy, they got it. And it's so neat that CZ offers this as a package for just regular Joe out there. Now, you can run it suppressed if you want, obviously. Up under this shroud is 1/2x28 threads on the barrel, so it's smart that they stuck with a standard thread pitch that most of us want. Of course, you can just use the Osprey tool, take this down, pull the shroud off, and you could mount a suppressor up under there if you want. It's just got to be a suppressor that is small enough in diameter to fit up under the rail. That might be a challenge, but, you know, just something to think of there. Otherwise, it's the same type of Scorpion you know and love. It's just micro. Good stuff. Okay, so that was a 30 round magazine. Here's another 30. This is 115 grain Fiocchi. Aguila 115 grain. I've also got Fiocchi here, and we're also going to be testing the PSA and Magpul mags. Whew, buddy, let's do it. We're just running iron sights, having some fun. Uh-oh, double feed. Oh, look at me. It's amateur hour. All right, keep shooting. Man, I'm gonna tell you, iron sights aren't bad. I really wanted this gun to kind of, you know, I wanted to shoot it right out of the box and see how it performed with iron sights. But like a nice little red dot or something, gosh, this thing would just be so fun to shoot with a red dot. We wanted this to be kind of au naturel right out of the box. Look at that, failure to feed. Man, I wonder why we had that failure to feed there. I don't know if that's, I mean, that's a factory magazine. That could be an isolated incident. Now, to be fair, I just want to mention this in case it matters to any of you. These magazines have been loaded about a year. Okay, I pulled these out of a bin of loaded mags. All right, now all these mags were freshly loaded today. Let's see if that makes a difference. 147 grain Spear Gold Dot out of a 20 shot mag. Let's give this a try. Now, this test is super, super, super important for me because this is a defensive tool for me. I mean, this gun is going to be protecting my home, protecting my vehicle, protecting my family. Look, this is, to me, this is a life and liberty gun. This thing has to feed hollow points. It's got to. I've got to be able to run defensive ammo out of this thing. All right, I've got some pesky sodas and hey, I've got some shaving cream. You can tell I don't really have much use for that, okay? But we can shoot it. We'll see if we can do that. About 25 yards away. Accuracy's not bad. I am kind of ripping them out here, but I'll tell you, for a defensive unit, I'm very pleased, especially with a red dot. I think it'd be a little bit easier to shoot. Now, shouldering this thing, this bar, you know, is a little cumbersome. Okay, so you do lose a little bit of comfort in the shootability of it by having a setup like this. But what you lose in the comfort, you gain in the concealability and the compact nature, and that's kind of a trade-off, okay? Let's shoot this shaving cream. This is a gag here. Let's have some fun. All right, ooh, that's challenging with these irons. not bad. Honestly, I think the only limitations that I've got there is just my ability to get behind the sights. I think the gun is pleasantly accurate, wonderfully accurate. And the shortcomings are really just me as a shooter, and I don't really feel like it's the gun at all. It's just my ability to not see the sights as well. Getting older sucks. You know, it gets harder to shoot irons the older you get. So just keep that in mind. All right, this is a Magpul 35-shot magazine. All right, first round fed in there. This is Gecko 115 grain ammunition. Look at that mess we made down there. I'm such a bad tenant. All right, have a little fun here. Now look, me just kind of taking my time right there with the iron sights on that plate about 25 yards away. It's about a 2.5 inch group. Yeah, and that's with iron sights. I mean, with a good little red dot, you know, set that, the power on the red dot down kind of low. Man, that's really where these things excel. Magazine seems to be working good. I know a lot of folks are asking about the Magpul mags and the Scorpion. Tell you what, let's go across the back there and see if we can do some headshots. All right, let's do that. Irons. I think I'm missing a little high on some of those, but dude, come on. For a defensive unit, yeah. All right, that was Gecko. The ammo shoots good. I had a couple of strings there. I was getting some really good accuracy there. Okay, this is what we really want to see as well. Now, the defensive ammo, yeah, we want to know if it's going to feed hollow points and stuff. And look, it was only 20 rounds of hollow points. Actually, tell you what, hey John, while I'm wrapping this up, load the rest of those spears in there. We'll shoot what's left in that box if you don't mind. All right, this is some Norma Envy, and this is 1,345 feet per second. Now, that's probably out of a longer barrel, but this ammo is optimized for a carbine, okay? All right, this is a Palmetto State Armory 35-shot mag. This one has metal feed lips, and the cool thing about these mags, they're like 15 bucks. Yeah, we'll see how it works. That is so strange that we had that failure to feed though, and that I'm just gonna chalk it up to maybe that mag's been sitting a while and maybe the spring's a little weak. No idea. It's important to test your stuff, guys, you know, take it out and shoot it. All right. Man, it's so fun to shoot. All right, another thing I want to mention on the CZ here, and this is kind of like across the board for a lot of them. All right, when the bolt is to the rear and the charging handle is not locked up and to the right, a lot of mags won't drop out. Okay, so see that PSA? Okay, Magpul. Look at that, okay? OEM, okay? If I lock it to the rear up and to the right, OEM, OEM, yep, okay, Magpul, Magpul, PSA, yeah, so even the factory mags, just hard to get them out of there. The P-mags, that's when it's locked to the rear. Now on a closed bolt, PSA, nope. Factory, yeah, a little bit better. Closed bolt, P-mag, Look at that. So the P mags seem like they drop free a lot easier than even the factory mags. Just saying. Not trying to, you know, paint a horse the wrong color or anything like that. Just saying. Okay. Bolt to the rear. So to lock the bolt to the rear on a hard stop on a Scorpion, you go all the way up and to the right, just like an MP5 or something like that. On the last round bolt hold open, there's still a bit of pressure on that magazine. So it makes dropping the empties out a little bit different of an affair. And that's not unique just to the Micro. All of our Scorpions do that. Just something to talk about. Fiocchi 115 grain out of a Palmetto 35 shot. Let's have a little fun. All right, she's getting broken in. Man, heck yeah. Dude, I'm telling you right now, yes. Yes. Boy, she is getting hot. Woo, son, this joker is hot. All right, I think I can shoot what's left. That's not a big deal. She's getting warm. Not bad. Okay, Federal 124 grain ammunition. Ball. Yeah, and see that 20 shot mag is nice. Like, this is a good little get out of trouble rig. You know, collapse the brace. Okay. Collapse your brace, put a little 20 shot mag in there. Put that in a little duffel bag or a little, you know, sack in the back of your truck. Good little truck gun, bedside gun. You know, and the way you deploy the brace is, there you go. Real easy to use. I hit an innocent bystander back there, it's okay. All right, we got 147 grain spear. That was just the rest of our 147, because, you know, taking partial boxes of ammo home is boring. Nobody wants to do that. So it's got a couple of these left just to test. I would like to probably perform a little bit more testing with defensive ammunition. You know, just for feeding reliability, but, you know, it's funny. Out of all of my Scorpions, I can't say I've ever had a single malfunction out of any of them. So the fact that we had a minor hiccup here, kind of surprising, because reliability on the other two have been boringly awesome, okay? Very good. Okay, 147 grain, spear gold dot. I mean, I'm shooting it kind of fast, guys, all right? I'm not trying to go for accuracy. I'm just trying to pump them out, but this gun is quite accurate. We were kind of sighting in the iron sights earlier just to make sure they were on, and we were shooting groups. I shot 20 shots probably into about a 1.5 inch circle at 20 yards with this thing with irons, just off of a hog saddle. So it's very accurate. You know, for such a short package, this is great. So cool. Okay, a couple of more rounds, we'll get back to it. Oh, we haven't shot out 75 yet. So back there at 75, probably about 8-inch spread. I mean, for a 4-inch barrel, yeah, I'll take that. Very cool stuff. Man, you know, I have been waiting to make this video forever, and I've been wanting to get a hold of one of these Micros for the longest time. Ever since I first saw like the concept of it at NRA one year, I was out there, and they had this thing sitting next to like a backpack on one of the little tables there. And I picked that sucker up, I was like, yeah, that's where it's at. You know, and I think it's also, I believe, kind of fair to mention too, that with a setup like this, you know, there's a lot of folks that are looking to get into the PDW thing. You know, the whole 9mm pistol caliber carbine is a big deal, right? Lots of folks are getting into it. And the whole pistol brace thing is a popular idea, right? Lots of folks are wanting to do pistol braces on a wide variety of different guns, right? You know, not just the CZ, but, you know, MP5s. I mean, ARs, you know, 9mm AR platforms, all of those. I mean, you look at all of the people that are using braces. A brace is a super common use item now. Like, there's braces for everything. They're putting them on delayed rollers, they're putting them on ARs, they're putting them on CZs, they're putting them on everything. So in that world, right, I mean, I think that's the ultimate culmination of all of those aspects in terms of the way we look at this. Like, this is a brace, this is not a stock, but a sliding brace, you know, nice compact setup. I mean, this is literally everything that shooters want in a personal defense weapon, right? Really cool stuff. This is great home defense, you know, protect the kids, protect the wife. And this is also a great gun for a small stature shooter, someone who doesn't have a lot of upper body strength, or maybe they don't have long arms. Compact weapons are always, always much better choice for getting in and out of vehicles, for getting in and out of small spaces, for searching and destroying inside your house if need be. If, you know, someone's trying to hurt you, you know, this is just a much more compact setup for a wide variety of different things. And plus, man, they're just flat out fun to shoot. Guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. We hope you enjoyed it. We have many more videos on the way, and I definitely want to take a moment to thank all of our Patreon supporters. Thank you so much for the support. And I definitely want to take a moment to thank all the folks who purchased man cans, t-shirts over on Ballistic Ink. You guys rock. We'll see you next time. Many more videos on the way.